I am stood outside of Sickies restaurant on the 192 in Orlando, Florida. I've actually never eaten here and I thought it would be a good one to try, especially because I was looking for a bit of a bargain today. I was trying to find some of the really good early bird or lunch specials that a lot of these chains do, and Sickies came up with a $10 special. So that's what I'm going to be trying today. Now, if you're not familiar with where I am, you might be familiar with what is right beside me, which is the funky looking gift shop that has the wizard. You know, the wizard that has like his arms up like that? I feel like if you've ever driven down the 192, you'll know exactly what I am talking about. Also, complete side quest, but I thought I would give you a little bit of a insight into, I guess, like how I'm doing today. First of all, I had 2 coffees, so I'm feeling a little bit amped up. Also, I left one of those coffees in my boot. I am just the kind of person that does silly things like that all the time. Leaves my phone in toilets, leaves my camera down on a bench in Epic Universe. All of these things happen multiple times in a single trip. It's very annoying. I really stress myself out with it. I try so hard to not be that person, but I am. Anyway, I was coming back to my car after going to Gideon's in Disney Springs with my lovely peanut butter cold brew, and I noticed that my bag was open, and then I started panicking, thinking I'd done something stupid and left my camera somewhere. I hadn't, but while in that panic I had put my coffee in the boot along with my Gideon's cookies, closed the boot, and it was only as I was driving and thinking I'll take a little sip of my coffee, I realised I didn't have my coffee, and I knew I'd either done one of 2 things, either left it in the bathroom before I left Disney Springs or in the boot of my car. So I drove all the way here, which was only like about 15 minutes, and was kind of praying that I didn't have a boot full of coffee. Luckily, I had put it like in the corner of the boot and sandwiched it in with the Gideon's bag, so it survived. Anyway, complete side quest of a tale. Not really sure why I felt the need to divulge. It's just what's right at the top of my brain right now. I need to get it out there before I can move on to this nice food review of Sickies. So let's head on inside. Now, like I say, I've never been here before. To be honest, I don't really know much about it at all. I've seen some other people visit it when they've like been here because I watch a lot of holiday vlogs and stuff. I did have a quick Google then as well, and it looks like, I think burgers is kind of like their speciality. It is absolutely roasting outside because we are at peak sun time. It is 20 to 2. Their $10 special is on until 3 p.m. So plenty of time to get inside and get that order. So let's head on in. Looks like if you sign up, you will get a free garage burger. Certificate delivered by mail, allowed 2 to 4 weeks. Does that mean they're gonna post it out to you? Like your address? Interesting. I mean, I don't see why an email would take 2 to 4 weeks. So, okay, so the drink specials fall after the lunch specials, right? So 3 p.m. to 6 p.m., 9 p.m. to close. And then on a Saturday, it's just 9 p.m. till close. $1 off pints, $1 off wines, $2 off talls. What's a tall? Domestic and house brew. Don't we know what that is? A tall that has a house brew. Interesting. Well drinks. I've been meaning to ask what that is. Domestic pints, craft pints, margaritas $5. Oh, I do love a margarita, especially when it's $5. I am getting the vibes that there's a bit of a car theme going on here. You can see these Chevrolet benches. It kind of reminds me a little bit of that other place. What is it? Ford's Garage? But obviously this is not Ford. I'm gonna do a bit of a Google when I get inside and find out a little bit more about the chain. I did have a bit of a check before I came here, and I saw something about it starting in the Midwest and something to do with the name, but that information just fell out of my brain, so I will check again when I go inside. Hey, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Oh, it's lovely and cold in here. Oh my god, it's amazing. So Sickies Garage was actually founded in Fargo, North Dakota by a group of friends who were really into their cars and their cookouts. The restaurant's name actually comes from the fact that they would call in sick to work so that they could spend more time at the garage, hence Sickies Garage. Okay, let's take a little look at the menu. Got appetizers here. Looks like they've got some good sharing ones. That one, chicken top pie. That actually looks quite interesting. My server has already brought me over some water, which I really appreciate. I actually just realized that's the first time this has happened in the few restaurants that I've visited so far. Like, he just said, can I get water for you right away? And I was like, yes, please. I do appreciate it when a restaurant does that, because especially especially here in Florida, like you're always going to need to be hydrated, and it's nice that you can just get one out straight away without, you know, being ready to place your drink order. All right, so back to the menu. They have wings here with a variation of sauces, starting from like the mildest all the way down to the hottest down the bottom here. Just switched over to the microphone because there is music in the background. I generally like to go through the menu with just without the mic, just so you can kind of get a feel for the vibe of a place, but I am just a little bit worried I might get copyrighted in here. The music is pretty cool though. It's at a nice volume too. Okay, so onto the burgers, which seems to be sort of their primary offering. Oh, and I got a Coke, by the way. Got a Coke Zero. But yeah, onto the burgers. Wow, there is so much to choose from. I've had a bit of a read through, and then there is Wagyu burger options here. Now there are like some different things you can do with the patty, the bun, and the cheese, which I appreciate. Then are the supercharged burgers. Now, I don't think I'm capable of these right now for a lunch. Maybe I'll have to come back to try some of these, especially this looks insane, the pepperoni pizza burger. It's got pizza instead of a bun. How crazy is that? But the server that I have did tell me as well, this twin cam is like one of their most popular, and it's essentially like a cheese toasty instead of the bun. And so all these sound pretty cool, but also very, very heavy for what I'm looking for right now. They also have some other options like mac and cheese bowls, got some skillets down here, salads and baskets. And then there is a little kids menu at the bottom there as well, which I think is quite reasonably priced too. But what we came here for is right on the back here, that lunch special, 10 from $10. And I am going with the Garage Burger, I think, which is just their bog standard burger. But I think getting a bog standard burger is usually a good way to actually, I don't know, see how good a place is, because, you know, you've got so many comparisons, right? But there is some other options on this menu too, like you can get chicken, salad, wings, pulled pork. There's a grilled cheese and chili. I was tempted also by the Philly burger, which has provolone cheese, green peppers, mushrooms and onions. And then there is also a hot rod burger basket, which also sounded good because that has jalapeno, spicy mayo, buffalo sauce and pepper jack cheese. I was really tempted by that one too, but in the end decided to go with the regular Garage burger basket. I feel like that's a good way to try this place for the first time. Now they do also have some cool drink options. Oh look, I missed a whole other section of food. Slick sandwiches here. Wow, those like crispy onion things look amazing. Onion tanglers they're called. I was just gonna say there's Christmas sandwiches up here. There's chicken sandwiches up here. And over here then is their adult shake options. You can get them with or without alcohol. And they've got lots of fun flavors. Again, I feel like maybe a little bit heavy for a lunchtime, but again, something I might come back and try another time. They have some regular shakes and malts here, or just your soft drinks, which of course come with the refill. So like I say, I just got a Coke Zero. And my food has come out nice and quick. I'd say that was about a 10-minute wait. I went with tater tots as the side, and I got some Cajun seasoning on there too. Now, it is a smaller portion for the lunch menu, as you would expect. As for the burger, I just got it exactly as it came, which I believe is cooked medium well. So we'll see how that is. But I'm excited to dig in. These tater tots look lovely and crispy. All right, let's go for it.
With chicken sauce? Got it.
The tots are so good. The Cajun seasoning is very similar to Five Guys Cajun seasoning. So if you like that, you'll enjoy the seasoning on the tots. There was an option for a ranch seasoning or just salt. Oh wow, they're great. Okay, let's try this burger. It looks good. It's got lettuce. I will say the lettuce is not looking the freshest. Unless it's just like wilted with the heat maybe. In the same place where the lettuce is like a bit wilty, the bun is also like a bit soggy, so I don't know what happened there. I think it's just a bit of grease, to be honest, because there's grease like on the paper right where that happened. So yeah, I think just got some burger juices over there. That is pretty good. I will say I am like a very anti soggy bun, but it is literally just that tiny little spot. It's really what puts me off a lot of those like fancier burgers that have all the extra bits on. Even though I love a lot of the extra bits, I just hate how quick it makes the burger bun soggy. It is compensated by the fact that the burger is juicy, but I will say that section that was a bit soggy was quite greasy. That is decent, and I think it is cooked pretty medium well.
How's everything over here?
Really good.
Everything tastes good? You need
thank
anything?
You. No, I've got everything.
All right.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty good. If you're in the mood for a burger, you want to get it for, you know, a nice lunch special price. So the more and more I'm eating this, it is definitely a little greasy for my liking. A couple of times I've taken a bite and like some grease has just shot out. I just managed to save it going on my t-shirt last time by like throwing myself over the basket. I am giving up. I probably have like less than a quarter of the burger left, but I am quite full. It is a half a pound burger, so you know, it's a big portion. And also just because it is a little bit heavier with it being a bit greasy, like I said, I could definitely finish it, but I don't know that I'd feel that great for finishing it. I really enjoyed the tots though, devoured them. I definitely would have liked also a little bit more seasoning on the burger itself, but that is me being a bit picky. Like, it is a decent tasting burger. My server just dropped over the dessert menu. I won't be partaking today, but they do look decent. And I think $5 is a good price for dessert too. Got some brownie and cookie sundaes there. Peach pie nachos sounds quite interesting. And also a key lime pie. I do love a good key lime pie. Okay, here is the check. So I got my Coke Zero and then my Garage Burger. It looks like getting the tots with the seasoning didn't add anything extra. Now, the lunch menu does say on it it's from $10 and this was $11.99, but I feel like a lot of the options were about that price. I actually still have the menu, so let's have a look. Okay, so there is literally one option that's $10. I do feel like that's a little bit cheeky. You kind of just see that like headliner number. Now I did notice it before I ordered, so obviously that's fine, but yeah, I do feel like, you know, if you're gonna advertise a $10 menu, it's a bit frustrating that like only one of the items is actually $10. Oh wait, no, hold on, there is one more. Grilled cheese and chili. But yeah, the wings, the burgers, like the most popular items are more than that $10 mark. Overall though, I think it's a good price, like $16.64 including a drink for a sit-down burger and fries. Like, you'll pay more than that just get some burger and fries in a theme park, you know. So I think it is a good price for a nice sit-down lunch. Just on the way out and having a look at all of the merch. There is so much. Lots of different t-shirts. They got these little bottle cooler things. Some tank tops. Can coolers. Got some long sleeves over there. Some mugs. Wow, they really have a big range. I quite like the design as well. It's pretty funky. Got some caps over here too. Yeah, lots to choose from if you fancy a bit of merch on the way out. There are some dark clouds forming in the background and the wind is picking up, which are both two sure signs that I think we're going to get some rain. I've had to hide in my car for the last 2 times that I've come out to check out a food place because of the rain, which is pretty typical this time of year in Florida. And to be honest, I kind of like a good rain shower, thunderstorm, lightning, like as long as I'm not, you know, in the middle of a park or something, which does happen. That's why we have our ponchos. Anyway, a bit of a summary then of what I thought of the food. I think overall it was good value. Like, it's one of the cheaper meals that I've had, and I think, like, you know, if you're coming with a family, it's a nice option to come for lunch, like come between those lunch hours and get your deal for like $12, your burger, your fries or tater tots, and then the drink, like, overall wasn't too expensive. With tip was about $20, a little bit more. I think that's decent for a sit down meal and one that, you know, tasted pretty good. I would say, like, It's not somewhere I'd rush back to. The burger was nice, but like I said, was quite greasy. The tater tots, to be honest, were more impressive. I really liked the tater tots, and I love that seasoning, similar to like the Five Guys Cajun seasoning. Love that seasoning on fries, and it was really nice on tater tots too. Service was really good. The guy was very attentive. Appreciated the water, even though it was very much Florida water. Like, I do wish that restaurants would filter the water a bit better, like, because the water here, oh, it just tastes awful. It's so bad. Now I'm sure you can, like, I don't know actually, I was supposed to say, I'm sure you can order bottled water. Like in most restaurants back home you can get bottled water, but I actually never really see it on the menus in these kind of chains and stuff. So now that I say that, I'm not too sure. I liked the vibe. I thought the vibe in there was pretty good. I do like a nice sports bar, especially when I'm there by myself. It's nice to have the screens so that I can, you know, watch something. I was watching a bit of basketball, but without having, you know, like full volume or like the music was a good volume too. So overall, I did like the vibe. I think it's good that I could feel comfortable. You know, I was able to like vlog a little bit, so I was obviously, you know, just talking to myself basically, and I felt comfortable doing that. I also felt comfortable being sat there by myself. Again, like I say, the service was good. I was greeted as I walked in the door. That's always nice. And I got to check out some merch on the way out, which was also a nice plus. But again, I feel like, you know, when I think about would I come back, I'm not so sure. I think I would maybe come back with the family, like, you know, if we're looking for somewhere for lunch, or maybe I need to come back and try more of the like speciality burgers. But I think because of the thing I was afraid of getting a speciality burger was that it was going to be like really heavy and greasy and like, you know, soggy bun, that whole situation. And because I had that with just the regular burger, I feel like it would be so much worse. I was tempted by that Philly burger because I do like onions and mushrooms on a burger, but both of those things are going to make an extra soggy burger. So yeah, I'm kind of glad I didn't do that, and that does put me off like trying those special ones. I would like to try the malts or the shakes and stuff. Maybe next time I'm coming, I'm not driving, I can try one of the alcoholic ones. But I don't know, let me know what you think. Have you been to Sickies yourself? Is it somewhere that you would come back to? I think for me it sits probably, well, it's probably around a 7. It's like a 6.5 to a 7 for me, like quite middle of the road, decent though, like, you know, a good solid option. Like you just need to go out, eat, nice vibes, nice food, nothing special, but also I don't really have much to complain about either. So there are a lot of chains that are like this, but you know, I do visit them on most trips. I will generally go to at least like 1 or 2 chains over a 2-week trip, just because, you know, you're getting, you know, solid option, not too expensive, usually very conveniently located. And this will be one that I would add to that list of like, you know, we're hungry, this place is handy, let's go there and get a burger. Now, I have definitely had better burgers here in Orlando. There are some other burger places, even like non-chains and stuff, that I've really enjoyed. So if you want to see more burgers or just food in general, more reviews, random reviews from wherever I am in the world, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you guys so much for coming for food with me today. I hope you enjoyed it. Goodbye.